Imagine a time thousands of years ago, when early civilizations flourished, yet their knowledge and abilities seemed to surpass what should have been possible for the era. Across the globe, ancient cultures built structures so advanced and precise that even modern technology struggles to replicate them, from the towering pyramids of Egypt to the intricate stonework of South America, from ancient texts describing celestial beings to unexplained artifacts that defy historical timelines. There are mysteries that mainstream history simply cannot fully explain. But what if there was an alternative explanation? What if our ancestors had help from beings not of this earth? The ancient astronaut theory, popularized by writers like Erich von Däniken in the 20th century, suggests that extraterrestrial beings visited Earth in ancient times, influencing early human civilization, advancing our technology, and possibly even altering our DNA. These gods that ancient cultures worshipped, were they divine beings, or could they have been alien visitors misinterpreted as deities? It sounds like the plot of a science fiction movie, but when you dig deeper into the evidence, the coincidences become too many to ignore. Ancient texts from multiple civilizations describe flying vehicles and encounters with beings from the sky. Massive megalithic structures appear far too advanced for the primitive tools of their time. Unusual artifacts, some resembling modern technology, have been found in archaeological digs. Could all of this be mere myth and legend, or is there a deeper truth hidden in our distant past? Join us as we embark on a journey through time, examining the most compelling evidence that suggests our ancestors may not have been alone. The mystery of ancient megastructures. Were they built with extraterrestrial help? One of the most puzzling aspects of ancient history is the existence of massive, precisely constructed structures that continue to baffle archaeologists and engineers alike. How did civilizations without modern machinery, cranes, or even the wheel manage to transport, cut, and assemble stones weighing hundreds of tons with such precision that not even a razor blade can fit between them? The Great Pyramid of Giza, a blueprint beyond human capability. Let's begin with the Great Pyramid of Giza, one of the most well-known and perplexing ancient structures on the planet. Standing over 481 feet, 146 meters tall, it was the tallest man-made structure for nearly 4,000 years. What's even more astonishing is that it was built using 2.3 million limestone blocks, each weighing between 2 to 15 tons. But here's where things get even stranger. Modern engineers have admitted that even with today's cranes, computers, and laser-guided technology, constructing something of this magnitude with such precision would be an enormous challenge. Mainstream archaeologists suggest that the Egyptians used wooden sleds, ramps, and human labor to transport these gigantic stones. But the logistics don't quite add up. Where is the evidence of these massive ramps? Why have no remains of such large-scale construction methods been found? And more importantly, how did they achieve such perfect mathematical alignments that are precise to a fraction of a degree? The Great Pyramid is aligned almost perfectly with the cardinal points, north, south, east, and west, with an accuracy that even modern compasses struggle to match. Some theorists argue that such precision would have required advanced tools, possibly even laser cutting or levitation technology, far beyond what ancient civilizations should have possessed. Could extraterrestrial visitors have shared advanced engineering knowledge with the ancient Egyptians? Furthermore, Egyptian mythology frequently refers to gods descending from the sky. The deity Thoth, the god of wisdom and knowledge, is said to have brought sacred texts containing advanced mathematics, astronomy, and engineering principles. But where did this knowledge originate? Could Thoth have been an extraterrestrial visitor who imparted wisdom to early humans? Puma Punku, the impossible stonework of the ancient world. Now let's travel to Bolivia, home to one of the most mysterious sites on Earth, Puma Punku. Located near Tiwanaku, Puma Punku is an ancient temple complex, estimated to be over 1,500 years old, though some researchers believe it could be much older. The site consists of enormous precision-cut stone blocks, some weighing over 100 tons, that are fitted together with such accuracy that modern engineers are left speechless. But here's the real kicker. These stones are made of andesite, one of the hardest rocks on Earth, and they were cut with near-perfect 90-degree angles and smooth surfaces. What kind of tools could have achieved this level of precision? Mainstream historians suggest the use of simple copper chisels and stone tools, but that explanation falls apart when you consider that even modern diamond-tipped tools would struggle to replicate such craftsmanship. Furthermore, some of these blocks were transported from quarries over 50 miles away, without the use of wheels, as the region's ancient inhabitants didn't have them. So how did they move these massive stones? Some alternative researchers propose that the builders of Pumapunku may have possessed advanced knowledge of levitation or anti-gravity technology, possibly shared by extraterrestrial beings. Could these precision-cut stones be remnants of a long-lost advanced civilization, or the work of visitors from another world? The Nazca Lines, ancient messages to the stars. Moving to Peru, we find one of the most peculiar and unexplained ancient wonders, the Nazca Lines. Stretching across the Nazca Desert, these massive geoglyphs depict various animals, humanoid figures, and geometric shapes, some spanning over 1,000 feet. But what makes these drawings so bizarre is that they can only be fully seen from the sky. How did the ancient Nazca people, who supposedly had no way of flying, create such vast and accurate designs? Some archaeologists believe they used primitive surveying techniques, but this explanation doesn't quite hold up when you consider the perfect proportions and precise alignments of these massive figures. Some researchers speculate that the Nazca Lines were created as a form of communication with extraterrestrials, possibly serving as landing markers for ancient astronauts. Others suggest that the figures depict actual beings the Nazca people may have encountered, beings that descended from the sky and were revered as gods. Could this be evidence of early human contact with alien visitors? Ancient texts that describe gods from the sky. It's not just physical structures that raise questions. Many ancient texts and mythologies around the world describe celestial beings descending from the heavens, bringing advanced knowledge, and even interacting with humans on a genetic level. The Sumerian Anunnaki, ancient gods or extraterrestrial engineers. One of the most intriguing ancient texts comes from Mesopotamia, where the Sumerians, the first known civilization, recorded stories of powerful beings called the Anunnaki. According to their myths, these gods descended from the sky and played a direct role in shaping human civilization. Some interpretations suggest that the Anunnaki were not gods in the traditional sense, but extraterrestrials who genetically modified early humans, accelerating their development. Could it be that modern humans were created, or at least influenced by an advanced alien species? The similarities between the Anunnaki and other sky deities in various cultures raise an important question. Why do so many ancient civilizations, separated by vast distances, all have stories of gods descending from the sky and sharing forbidden knowledge? Could they have been describing the same extraterrestrial visitors, just in different ways? Did extraterrestrials visit Earth thousands of years ago? The idea that ancient civilizations might have received help from extraterrestrial beings isn't just about monumental architecture or mythological stories. There's also scientific, artistic, and even biological evidence that suggests something extraordinary happened in our distant past. From strange artifacts that resemble modern technology to ancient depictions of mysterious humanoid figures with unusual features, the puzzle keeps getting more fascinating. But if aliens really did visit Earth thousands of years ago, what was their purpose? Were they mere observers, benevolent teachers, or something far more mysterious? Let's dive even deeper into the evidence that could challenge everything we think we know about human history. Ancient artifacts that defy explanation. Archaeologists have uncovered objects that seem completely out of place for their respective time periods, known as U-parts, out-of-place artifacts. These artifacts suggest either a lost advanced civilization or, as some believe, extraterrestrial influence. The Saqqara bird, ancient Egyptian knowledge of flight. One of the most peculiar discoveries in Egypt is the Saqqara bird, a small wooden model dating back to around 200 BCE. At first glance, it looks like an ordinary bird figurine, but upon closer examination, Its design is strikingly similar to modern aerodynamic principles used in airplanes. Unlike typical bird carvings, it has a fixed wing structure, suggesting an understanding of flight far ahead of its time. Some researchers propose that it was merely a ceremonial object, but others believe it could have been a scaled-down model of an actual flying machine used in ancient times. Could it be possible that the ancient Egyptians had knowledge of aerodynamics that came from a more advanced source, perhaps even extraterrestrials? The Vimanas, ancient flying machines. Described in Hindu texts, in the ancient Sanskrit epics of India, particularly in the Mahabharata and Ramayana, there are detailed descriptions of Vimanas, mystical flying machines capable of moving through the skies, space, and even underwater. These texts describe Vimanas as flying crafts that could hover, accelerate rapidly and maneuver with precision, powered by mercury-based engines producing intense heat and light, used in great aerial battles, complete with energy weapons resembling modern lasers. Some scholars dismiss these descriptions as mythology, but the level of detail is astonishing. How did ancient civilizations describe technologies that seem eerily similar to modern aircraft, jet propulsion, and even possible nuclear warfare? Could they have been describing real events witnessed thousands of years ago, events involving advanced extraterrestrial spacecraft, the Antikythera mechanism, the world's first computer? In 1901, divers off the coast of Greece discovered a highly advanced mechanical device buried in an ancient shipwreck. Dubbed the Antikythera mechanism, this complex machine, believed to be over 2,000 years old, contained a sophisticated system of gears used to track planetary movements and eclipses with incredible accuracy. What makes this discovery so shocking is that such advanced mechanical engineering shouldn't have existed in that time period. The level of complexity in the gears is comparable to 18th century clockwork, yet it was built centuries before modern machinery. Could this be evidence of lost knowledge passed down from an advanced civilization, or even extraterrestrial visitors, who shared their understanding of astronomy and engineering with ancient humans? Mysterious cave paintings and ancient depictions of otherworldly beings. One of the most compelling pieces of evidence for ancient alien encounters comes from prehistoric cave paintings and carvings found across the world. Long before written history, ancient humans depicted strange humanoid figures, flying objects, and bizarre beings in their artwork, figures that look eerily similar to descriptions of modern-day extraterrestrials. The Wandjina figures of Australia, gods from the sky. In Western Australia, Aboriginal rock paintings dating back over 5,000 years depict beings known as the Wandjina, strange figures with large round heads, oversized black almond-shaped eyes, no mouths, glowing halos or radiation surrounding their heads. According to Aboriginal legends, the Wandjina were powerful sky beings who came down from the stars to teach and guide early humans. Their lack of mouths was said to signify that they communicated telepathically. But these depictions bear an uncanny resemblance to modern descriptions of grey aliens, one of the most commonly reported extraterrestrial species in UFO encounters. How did ancient people, with no exposure to modern UFO culture, create images so similar to descriptions of extraterrestrials thousands of years later? Were they simply artistic interpretations of spiritual beings, or actual encounters with visitors from beyond our planet? Tassili N'Ajjer. The alien paintings of the Sahara Desert. Deep in the Sahara Desert, in a region known as Tassili N'Ajjer, ancient cave paintings, some dating back over 10,000 years, depict massive humanoid figures in bulky suits and helmets, surrounded by floating discs and mysterious objects. What's striking about these images is that the humanoid figures appear to be wearing spacesuit-like attire. Some of the figures are much larger than the human figures depicted alongside them. The floating discs resemble the classic flying saucers described in modern UFO sightings. Could it be possible that ancient humans witnessed actual extraterrestrial beings, interpreting them as gods and immortalizing them in their artwork? Genetic evidence. Could humans be a hybrid species? One of the most controversial theories surrounding ancient aliens is the idea that early humans may have been genetically modified by extraterrestrials. The theory suggests that Humanity's rapid intellectual and technological advancement, compared to other species, could indicate external influence. Certain unexplained jumps in evolution, such as the sudden emergence of advanced brain function, could have been artificially induced. The Anunnaki hypothesis, proposed by Zecharia Sitchin, suggests that an advanced alien species altered human DNA to create a more intelligent species for specific purposes. Some scientists have pointed out that human DNA contains segments that appear to have been spliced in unnatural ways, raising the question, could genetic engineering have played a role in human evolution? If so, who or what was responsible? The connection between ancient aliens and modern UFO phenomena. If extraterrestrials really did visit Earth in ancient times, have they ever left? Some researchers believe that modern UFO sightings are a continuation of these ancient encounters. Government declassified documents from the Pentagon reveal that unidentified aerial phenomena, UAPs, continue to be observed around the world, moving in ways that defy known physics. Abduction cases and alien contact stories often describe beings similar to those found in ancient artwork. Some believe that secretive organizations possess hidden knowledge of past extraterrestrial visitations, keeping the truth from the public. If modern humans are still witnessing unidentified flying objects, does that mean extraterrestrials have been watching us for millennia? Did extraterrestrials visit Earth thousands of years ago?